friends, the other animal that you wanted to learn about was the shark. You're like, what's that song? It must be some song from the olden days. Well, it's the theme from Shark, Jaws. So I know it's like an old movie to you guys, but it was really scary when I was a kid. So let's learn about sharks, shall we? Let's learn something about their special characteristics. Okay, their habitat are shallow coastal waters and the deep ocean and the ocean floor. We know they're carnivores, right? We never seen an omnivore shark or a herbivore shark. People don't run around and scream, "Oh, shark, shark! He's gonna eat all my plants!" Carnivore. Okay, a shark has no bones in its body. Their body's made of cartilage, and you're like, "What is cartilage?" So if you take your hands, clean hands, and you go like this right here on your nose, squeeze this part of your nose, that's cartilage. And the reason why they have cartilage, it makes them faster in the water, makes them faster swimmers. Because bones are heavier, cartilage is lighter. That's why they have cartilage. They use electroreception. This is the ability to detect electrical currents in the water. And water gives off kind of like a current. And so you're like, why is that important? So let's say you're a fish. La la la, I'm a fish. And then all of a sudden, something happens to you, start flailing in the water. Now, when you do this, you're causing waves in the water, which are like electrical currents in the water. And the shark can be miles and miles away, and they go, do, 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 do. What? Is someone hurt in the water? Yeah. I hear dinner. I hear dinner. I think that's fantastic, man. Sharks are that's awesome. Miles away, and you can tell something is hurt in the water just by the electrical currents in the water. Shazam. Another one is they can grow or replace teeth. And the reason why is because they have rows and rows of teeth in their mouth. We just have 32 teeth. An adult does. Sharks have over 300 teeth. So if something happens to a tooth, it'll pop out, another tooth just goes right into its place. 300 teeth in your mouth? That's kind of scary. Okay? Sharks can give either live births, that means, or lay eggs. So I think that's kind of neat. They can either go lay eggs or live birth. But the most fascinating was the electrical current thing, where they can, miles away, they can tell if some fish is in distress, that means hurt. And they can just tell by the way the fish is moving in the water and where to go exactly. It blows your mind, right? So today, we're going to read a book about sharks. It's by Melvin and Glenda Berger. It's a great book. We're going to learn so many fun facts about sharks. Stick around. Afterward, I got some great shark videos in the remote learning plan that I sent your parents and a great activity. So, stick around and learn about sharks. Sharks by Melvin and Gilda Berger. Let's count the letters in the word shark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, it's like a cool shark, but I still wouldn't be in the water with it. Okay, let's open the first page and see what's going to happen in this book. Of course, sticky pages. Oh my God, look at that first picture. You see it? Here comes a shark. Look at this picture. Fun fact. If a shark stops swimming, they sink. Some sharks swim near the top of the ocean. Some sharks swim near the bottom of the ocean. We know the bottom of the ocean is called the ocean floor, right? And it's colder down there at the ocean floor. And not too much sun. Fun fact. Sharks that live on the ocean bottom usually have flat bodies. Some sharks are flat. Some sharks are round. Look at that picture right there. Some sharks have big teeth. Fun fact. When a shark bites, some teeth may fall out. New teeth move forward to take their place. Some sharks have small teeth. A tooth is a tooth to me. As you remember from the anchor chart, sharks have rows and rows of teeth. They have over 300 teeth. The adult human only has 32. Fun fact. Shark babies are called pups. Some sharks give birth to as many as 60 pups at one time. Some sharks are born alive. That means they come from the mommy. Some sharks hatch from eggs. That means the girl shark lays eggs. Some sharks have heads like hammers. So what do you think this shark is called that's shaped like a hammer? It's called a hammerhead. You're right. Fun fact. There are about 370 different kinds of sharks. Some sharks have spots like leopard. This is a leopard shark. But there are probably more sharks now since this book is written, because they're finding species of sharks all the time. Some sharks are big. Can you look how big that shark is? Fun fact. Whale sharks are the size of trucks. Dwarf sharks are only about 6 inches long. Some sharks are small. That's a dwarf shark. You know what? This reminds me about a time I went swimming with the sharks in Hawaii. Sometimes, friends, you read a book, you think about a self-connection. I wanted to go swimming with the sharks, right? It was my friends. And I'm like, let's go swim with the sharks. And I thought they were going to say no, but they said sure. And I'm like, oh. So we got on a boat and they took us out to where the cages were, and they put bait in the water like little fish to attract the sharks. Everybody was going down in the cage, but when it got to my turn, guess what? I got seasick. I was really seasick. And I couldn't go because they had to wrap me in a blanket. And the captain of the ship was going to call the Coast Guard because I got that sick. And so I said, I'm fine. So we went back to shore. And all my friends were looking at me like, yeah, it was your idea to go swim with the sharks. But you didn't swim with the sharks. We all swim with the sharks. And I'm like, well, oh well. There goes a shark. You can always tell a shark by the dorsal fin in the water. And that was the book about sharks. Wasn't that a great book? Tell your parents there are great links to shark videos in the remote learning plan and an activity that goes with this book.